how to incorporate cold showers into your yoga practice. It is much easier than you think. Most practitioners who swear by it thought at some point that they would never be able to do it. I first need to give you a disclaimer. This is not the Wim Hof method. Wim Hof, the Iceman, created this method which is known worldwide. His main influence has been yoga. His method is great and it is my main inspiration, but I am not a Wim Hof instructor, therefore this is not the Wim Hof method. But the Wim Hof method is mostly yoga anyway, and I have been a yoga teacher since 1987, so I am qualified to teach you the following. My main interest in this path is that you get maximum benefit with minimum time investment. There are three core practices. One, on hyperventilation pranayama or breathing exercise. Two, the whole stance. Three, cold exposure. Cold exposure means either taking cold showers or cold baths in your bathtub or cold baths in nature, in lakes, ponds, or rivers, or the sea as well. And the most advanced practice is to take some ice baths. It's considered an ice bath when the water is between 1 and 3 degrees Celsius. You can do that in a bathtub filled with ice cubes or in nature during the winter. The pranayama and cold exposure provide most of the benefits. The whole stance is extremely helpful to handle cold water better. The basic practice will take you only 10 to 15 minutes, but it will change your life tremendously. How to do it? This video gives a quick introduction. First, the pranayama. But I need to give you an important warning. This pranayama or breathing exercise creates extreme hyperventilation for the body and the brain. One can pass out at any time. Some have even passed away. I really recommend you follow the link to the warning intro video. As you practice this breathing exercise, you should only be lying down or sitting in a safe place. Never practice while sitting next to sharp objects. Never standing up. And you should never do it before entering a body of water. This is how some people die doing this practice. Now for the technique. There are 4 phases. The first one, you take about 30 intense breaths. It can be less, it can be more. And the important thing is that the inhalation and exhalation are done very differently. The inhalation is as full as possible, and it is also very active and forceful, quite forceful, a lot like the inhalation of Bastrika, for those who know. On the other hand, the exhalation is not complete, just partial and very relaxed. You just let the air out naturally. So as a recap, the exhalation is as full as possible and very forceful, while the exhalation is partial and relaxed. Retention is the second phase. So you hold the breath at about half the lungs capacity, following a natural exhale. And you hold it as long as comfortable. Once you can't hold any longer, exhale and inhale fully, 100% of your lung capacity. And then you hold the breath for just 10 to 15 seconds, not longer. This is the fourth phase. So this is one round. If you do more than one round, then you should start the next one right away. There should be no break in between as we keep building up the oxygen in the body. The second practice is the whole stance. This one is very easy. The technique is really as you want. Everyone develop their own style. It's not strict in this context. So bring your feet apart, a bit wider than the knees or further than that. Then the feet should be pointing out a bit. Move your arms and rotate your body in coordination with the breath. You can inhale on one side and exhale on the other side. Or exhale forcefully on each side and somehow inhale naturally in between. Bend your knees more to make it more intense. Experiment with varying the intensity of movement and breathing. 3 to 5 minutes go a long way into conditioning you for the cold shower. Now for the fun part, the cold shower or bath. The technique is easy. Just turn on the shower or enter the water. but the attitude is extremely important. Do not tense up, relax your whole body, take some long, slow exhalations. After you relax for a while, you will gain control. Once you have gained control, try to stay in the water 20 to 30 seconds longer. The body will start generating inner heat, a little bit on the first day, but more and more each day you practice. Eventually you will be able to stay longer and not feel cold afterwards. Start with 15 to 30 seconds altogether. You can build up to 10 minutes over time. You will feel like the queen or king of the world. I teach an online yoga class every week to introduce yogis and yoginis to this practice, and how to register in this video's description. Those who attend my classes can join a private Facebook group to discuss their experience and ask questions to members, as well as myself. I wish you good practice. Om Shanti.